If I think I am floating and you think I am floating, then I am floating.
You are floating.
No, you're just dumb.
The Rewind Guys.
You press play on the Rewind Guys, the show where we talk about movies. This week's movie is 1984. Russell, this was your pick.
Yeah, it's also the year I was born. Just kidding. That's lie.
Heavy-handed with the jokes. Russell does stand up.
I'm sitting.
Okay, first let me ask you, Mike, let me ask you, when did this movie come out?
1984.
You're correct! You're correct. Mike's in the lead. Look,
I thought it was 85.
We have only been recording for less than a minute, and Mike is in the lead. How does that make you feel?
Horny.
Oh, my God. But you know what? You have a
Horny
chance.
jail.
Horny jail. You have a chance to catch up. Why do you hate me? Why did you pick this movie?
There's no God. I don't know. But did you see that it was also filmed in 1984?
No, I did not, actually.
It was. Everything about this movie is 84.
I'm going to ask
Except
you more.
the book.
Yeah, except for the book.
Yeah, the book was
The book is a lie.
1949, I believe.
Yes.
But-
Uh-oh.
Wow.
Nothing happened here, folks.
Brought to you by Apple.
Nothing to see here. Because here's the thing, Russell. This movie is politics and
Yes.
symbolism,
Yes.
symbolic politics, sympolitics. Mike, what are the two things I hate most in movies?
Probably symbolism and maybe politics.
Correct! Mike
What?
wins!
No, child
Mike wins,
actors.
sorry.
There's none of that.
you
Well,
know-
I mean, there's like a little bit.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, the scene with the children is kind of bad.
Oh.
Just because of the children.
Yeah, pretty much.
No.
Killed the children.
Okay. Before we
It's a little bit of a harsh stance, but maybe we can get behind it.
Russell, for the good folks at home who haven't seen this movie, do your best to explain what 1984 is all about.
Oh, you fucked yourself over.
Well, you see, it's about thought control and love.
Yes.
A little bit of the
And-
year 1984. I think that's important somehow.
Lots of beaver.
Yes.
I mean, it's. I don't know if I am qualified to explain this movie. I don't know
Okay.
if I'm qualified to review this.
I don't think I'm
movie.
qualified to watch this movie.
Let me apologize. This is a disclaimer for anybody who came here for like some in-depth like dialogue and conversation about what is probably a really fantastic and insightful and thought-provoking film. You're not going to get much here. But let's see if we can kind of piece together what's going on. So, it is to my understanding, as we follow Winston is the main guy.
Yes.
Okay.
I wish I remembered his numbers.
His numbers? What you can call him?
No, they all had numbers for instead of names.
Just like us.
Oh, crap, did they?
What?
I guess
They were like numbers, so
Yeah.
Winston, like.
Oh, yeah. You know, I guess I kept hearing that, but there are so many things I'm like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. My mind just like kind of brushed a lot of stuff off. I'm sorry, but it did. But Winston, we live in like an alternate timeline, right?
Yes.
So after the Cold War, there was a World War III.
Everybody got nuked.
Yes, and we live in this state now of constant war, but it's on purpose.
Right.
And they keep it going for,
Control?
I guess, control,
Yes.
economic reasons, all that
Yes.
crap.
Right.
Okay.
I think.
There's Big Brother, whom I'm not even sure exists.
I don't think it does.
Okay.
I mean, I think it exists as far as thinking that it exists.
Right.
And
yes.
that's it.
And Big Brother is the dictator, right?
Right.
Okay. Look,
it
I'm getting
seems
somewhere.
like it's based off of God,
Okay.
is what I got from this.
Yeah, I don't know if I got that deep.
So
I'm getting. 'Cause I was kind of getting like Hitler vibes, I guess.
honestly.
You know, it knows everything. It controls your thoughts. It's the reason for everything.
Yeah, no, I get that that's what they were getting. I just thought it was like power tripping
Yeah, it's just a
people
god
trying
complex.
to play. Yes,
Right.
yes. Okay. And so, and they're trying to control. Oh my God, bear with me here. My mind is drawing a blank. People like me, stupid people, is what they're controlling.
Yes.
Like the
Took you
dumber.
that long to think of stupid people.
Well, I was trying to be nice about it.
The proletarian.
Ignorant people. I was
Yes.
trying. I don't know if that's any better, but I was trying to think of something more polite, and I'm like, oh, I'm just stupid.
Dumb motherfuckers.
Yes, because those are the people who are easiest to control.
Right. The working class.
The working class. Yes, but not Winston.
No.
Winston's a free thinker, and that's a crime.
Yes.
Okay,
Because his job is to adjust the history.
yes,
He goes through the magazines and newspapers and then changes it to suit what's going on.
which is insane.
Right.
They always show his like news and stuff getting announced the next day. Is this news coming from an outside world getting like redacted, or is this old stuff getting redone? I didn't quite get that.
I'm pretty sure it's just the same old stuff being done again and again and again.
I wasn't sure if it was supposed to be that or if it was supposed to be something else. Like, were they getting news from out? Like,
I don't
guess, like,
think
countries
there
are-
is an out.
Yeah.
You know, okay, I see what you're saying.
I think it's all. I mean, maybe.
And I'm not even sure how much of the news is legit. They're just manipulating and changing everything to benefit whatever's going to work best to control these people, right? To keep
Yes.
their spirits and their minds and everything where they want them to be.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. All right. I'm getting somewhere.
I think it's like we want everybody to think this is going on and to root for this side because we want them doing something. So we'll say, this is what you got to do.
If
because
everyone's
it's great.
working to help their country for the war effort,
Yes.
they can't be angry at their country for being shit.
Right. And then of course when morale and shit gets low, they kind of pump some stuff out there where it's like, "Oh, we did this today. Things are great."
Chocolate rations are up.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. And that's just it. When things kind of look a little like, bleak, it's just like, give them a little tiny like kickback. And everyone's like, "Oh my God, life is great." And it's like,
Yeah.
no, not at all. Not in the least.
Yeah. It's like gas prices. Raise them to $3.
Thought you
Knock
said
it
ass
down
prices. I'm
5
like-
cents. Everybody's like, wow, it's so cheap now.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not really.
No, not at all. Exactly. But that's exactly it. It's just like they give them a little something to kind of hold them over and make them think
Yeah.
that they're getting something great. When
And then they
they're
say,
not.
this is because you're working really good, guys. Keep it up.
Yes.
But it's really not.
Yes. So, okay, I'm assuming because, I just want to say, everybody in this movie, with exception, I'll see what you guys say in a second here, are like fantastic actors.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
With exception, though, I'm curious who.
I wasn't sold 100% on oh shoot, what's her name?
Julia?
Is it Julia? Yes. Okay. just check it.
Come on, they only scream Julia like a million times at the end.
Yeah. I wasn't sold on her, especially.
I was sold on her.
Especially when she tripped in that like corridor.
It was fake.
Yeah, I think that was supposed to be fake.
That makes a lot more sense. Okay, you know what? I take that back.
Yeah, because that's how he got the note that said "I love you" after that.
Oh, I thought
She
this
was slipping him notes all the time.
Yeah, but I thought this was before they established a relationship and started passing notes.
No, they looked at each other before this. That was the establishment of the relationship, I
Yeah.
think.
Oh.
I think that's as far as a relationship can go safely in that society.
That makes a lot of sense.
Which confuses me. Is there like a permit you need to get children? Because like there was a plenty of married people.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe you have to. Maybe that's the permit. You got to be married.
So
You got to sign a contract, love contract.
yeah, pretty much. I could see that.
So that just doesn't make sense to me of why they wouldn't just get married then. Because okay, it's like, hey, your options are sneaking around and getting murdered, or get married. Because other people are married. It doesn't
Maybe
seem.
I don't know. Maybe you have to get a marriage
I feel like
ration.
maybe the book.
That was all used up. No more marriages for a while.
Marriage ration.
I mean, like they were talking about like celibacy and like I don't even know what they're going on about getting rid of orgasms, but
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just more for control, right?
Yeah.
Like okay, hey, you want to get married? Great. You want to have kids? Fantastic. But you have to do it maybe a specific way so that they can keep track of everything. There's no third party outside fornicating going on here, okay? Not going to happen. Has to be by the books. They got to know every
I guess
detail.
they didn't really explain that part. I think it's just kind of up to you to kind of fill in the blank.
I feel like what you just said is perfect. Is by the book. I feel like if I'd read the book, I would have those details.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, probably, yeah.
Which is what I think it comes down to. Is I feel like I wish I'd read the book.
Now I kind of want to, but I'll have to get an audiobook because I can't read.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm
hey.
the same way.
If you're subscribed to Audible, not sponsored, it's free right now.
Dude, that sounded like a great segue. We need to apply for Audible.
What's this? Oh, it's a beautiful thing. It's over 100 years old. Cost you $4.
I loved the relationship. Well, I like the relationship that him and the girl had. That's awesome because you got these two people who are kind of seeing the world for what it is, and they get together. They're trying to do all this in secret, and even he knows that this can't go on forever.
Yeah,
because it's not gonna end well. And I also loved the relationship that this guy had with that shopkeep guy.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck that guy. Fuck that guy.
Why?
Because, man, he was in on all this shit.
Oh, he sold them
I
out.
mean, technically, everybody was without even knowing that they were.
Not his
I'm so glad they got me.
Yeah, that's the thing. Even the one guy, like the minute that you start thinking freely, you think there's something wrong, that you're like doing the devil's work.
Yeah.
That one guy who was like in there and he's like, I didn't even know. It's the perfect crime.
Dude, I thought that same thing. I felt so bad for him because he's like, my daughter's the one who spotted it, and I didn't even know, and good for her. And I'm like,
Yeah, I'm so proud of her.
yeah, and I'm just like, that is rotten.
Like, did he get brought in simply because he was close to
I
Winston?
think so.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking right away. But then he was talking all that stuff about like the crimes he committed. I'm just like, wait, what? So I don't know.
I think that's what he was like too. Wait, what? And then they were like, you did it? And he's like, yeah, I did. I'm a bad
I
boy.
mean, yeah.
That guy, that poor guy. But yeah, so there's a lot of meetups even before this part between
There was
Julia.
no meat. It wasn't meat.
It wasn't meat. It looked like meat. It tasted like meat, but it was not meat.
Just dildo.
Ooh. But no, yeah, there were a lot of meetups between Julia and Winston before this,
Meat.
and yeah, thanks. This is a pornography. It's a very new.
I like that when they were talking about like the different workplaces. There's like the news, this thing, and then the porno.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thing,
I was
like-
like, what the hell?
Yeah, but
I guess
they mean it in a different way though, don't they?
I think they do.
I don't
But
think
what does it
I don't think
mean?
it's for
Fapping.
no, for
Yes.
what do they call the people who are outer party or inner party? Which ones, like the people who are like Winston was outer party, right? And then the
Yes.
people like the guy who tricked Winston was an inner party guy.
It was like
Proletarians.
Proletarians.
Yeah.
Aren't they the
The working class, right?
Now I thought like
No.
wasn't there a class below Winston? Because
I-
they always
I
referred to them
feel
as
like-
the animals.
I feel like there must be if he's the one who's also helping out with adjusting history. Which I mean, how can you expect people like him not to be free thinkers or have like thoughts when you're having them change this shit?
Because they
Yeah.
just swap them out every once in a while.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, it makes sense. You use him till he goes crazy.
Yeah, wasn't there during the time that he was figuring all this stuff out, wasn't there some sort of explosion or something that just happened to kill a bunch of the workers and they replaced them right away?
Yeah, okay, that's what all that was about. Because I know that was around the time where he was kind of questioning things like, is there even a war? And then there was an explosion. I'm like, okay, so
Also in the intro when they're having those people like confess to their crimes over the screen.
oh yes,
That's exactly how he confessed to his crimes
yep.
later. So I'm assuming that's just another person like him who didn't do anything
Oh, that
but
makes a
needed
lot
to
of
be
sense.
gotten rid of, so they made him look like the bad guy.
That's no use. You're lying. How many fingers, please?
What else can I say?
Even if you don't pick up on all this, totalitarian, political, tyrannical government bullshit, it's just a good movie.
I actually agree with that quite a bit because I was worried about watching it. I was like, oh
Yeah.
no, this is totally not up my alley.
Oh yeah.
But it was an enjoyable movie the whole way through, and for being as slow paced as it was interesting the whole way through, which is I think important.
Yeah.
Very engaging, and that's the thing, like because of course we watched it on Pluto, and we had all the commercials.
I just practiced guitar when the commercials were on. Literally I had my guitar sitting in my lap while the whole time I was watching the movie. Every time commercial come on, I'm off to playing.
But here's the thing, like, so I think the original runtime is like an hour and 50 minutes, and on Pluto, because of commercials, it ended up being 2 hours and 15 minutes. But even with that extra time, it didn't seem that long.
No.
And I think they did a really good, because okay, the movie
It felt like it was long only because of the commercials. Even the movie itself was long.
Yes. And I think that I don't know how much $5.5 million would have been in 1984. I don't know if that would still be considered low budget, but I have to say, I think they did a lot with this movie.
Yeah.
And if you watch it, I'm assuming the way they shot it and the way they told the story, it's like there's a lot. It looks impressive. It's visually it's visually pleasing, and but there's really, when you really pay attention, there's not much to it.
No.
It's rooms, it's people, and it's a few outside locations, but it seems like a much more cinematic movie, and it's really, really good.
I don't think the trailer did this movie any justice.
No, not at all. Because, I enjoyed the movie and the trailer. I'm on the same page I think you were, where I'm like, ooh, this is not my type of film at all. And I didn't think we were going to be able to talk about it. I mean, not saying we're doing good, but...
We're not allowed to talk about it.
Talk about what?
Another moment of silence.
Look at you. You're rotting away. That is the last man.
Okay, that scene where the guy's telling him he's decaying or rotting away or whatever and pulls his fucking tooth out?
Yeah.
Oh!
Okay, I thought that scene was really good until he had all his teeth in the next scene.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that
Happened.
I don't think that happened.
No.
or it did happen, but then I don't know. There was something behind that. I don't think it was an accident that his tooth came back, like an error in the movie. I think that has something to do with it. But I
Yeah,
don't
so like
quite
he
get
was
it.
going fully crazy at that point.
Ooh, weird. Now you guys have my mind like all over the place.
Kind of like when they're like in the field talking and stuff. I don't
Yeah.
think they were ever there.
Well, no,
Well,
yeah,
no.
that was in his mind, I'm
Yeah.
assuming.
But like, I think anytime the guy was being nice to him,
Yeah.
I think those scenes were not there.
Interesting. But when it came down to room 101,
Yes.
oh man, okay. What's in room 101? Russell, we'll go with you.
Love.
No, Mike.
Rats.
Yes.
Correct, but it's also supposed to be the worst thing in the world.
Right,
Yes.
and it depends on the person.
Mhm.
So when he's talking about how like it could be, what were the things he used? Was castration was one of them.
Mhm.
What was the other one?
Seems like that would have solved his problem right quick.
I can't
Yeah,
remember.
I don't remember what the other one was, but it's like really bad. Like he's talking about like really like harsh, torturous things. He's like, "What do you hate?" And he's like, "Rats." I'm like, "Oh, that's not so bad, you know."
I mean,
But for
saw his-
him,
No, right, and that's what I thought. I was like,
wasn't that like his mother he saw get
Yeah.
eaten by rats?
that's why it was so bad for him, because he
Wait.
associated rats with the death of his mom. Or was it his mom?
I thought his mom and his sister disappeared.
Yeah, and he found him getting eaten by rats.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
That's
Oh.
yeah, I think that's how I remember it. But
Oh,
Well,
shit.
I'd have to rewatch the movie to be honest. Wasn't it the same woman getting eaten by the rats that was playing his mother?
I don't
Hard
know.
to tell she's getting eaten by rats.
Yeah, I have no
So-
idea. I have no idea.
well, he did see a dead body getting eaten by rats when he
Okay.
was a kid, so something happened.
Yeah, and then of course there was, and I don't know if this was in his mind as he recalled it, but when he stole the chocolate as a kid, left, and then went back, and his mom and his sister were gone, the room was covered in rats. And
Yes.
so I get that he had a fear of rats. I'm like, hey, you know what? I know you have a fear of this, but things could have been way worse, and they did.
So like for you, would have been in a room full of June bugs.
Yes. Oh man, when they attached that fucking rat cage to his face, I'm like,
I don't think having a fear of rats is even a prerequisite for that room.
No.
That's fucking awful.
Oh, dude, I thought the same thing. I was like, now it's getting harsh. This is awful. I'm looking at this and I'm just like so many thoughts are running through my mind.
Like, what did you expect them to just have a little rat circus there with them jumping through hoops and doing
Yes.
tricks? It's like, oh my god, I'm so.
Well, I
I'll do
guess
anything you want me to.
I guess I was expecting them to like release them and have him like crawl up his leg or maybe like nibble on his arm or something. I don't know. Because like I thought
They're just pet rats. They got them from PetSmart.
Well, no, but I thought that was the thing. Like they were just trying to like, okay, he obviously has a phobia of rats, and I thought this had to go into his whole reforming plan of like let's scare this shit into him. But no, he was gonna have them eat his face, and then he's just like, nope, do it to Julia. Fuck this, I am out.
Yeah.
And that's when they're like, all right, we're done here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder what that means.
What do you
What?
mean? Like why that ended like that?
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
What
I'll tell
was
you
that?
why. I'll tell you why.
Because
right?
they love Julia more than Big Brother.
Yeah.
So.
And now he was willing to throw her under the bus for them. So it's like, well,
So
you know,
Big Brother became number one again. To him.
Yes,
Mhm.
exactly.
Okay.
Which also begs the question at the end when Big Brother was on the screen and all this shit was going on, and you know we had just got done watching the video of him, and he's like doing his like, I'm a traitor, I did this. Like I think honestly they list off every offense
Yeah.
you could possibly have done. Everything.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't
Just
matter
to
what
make
it
him
is.
seem evil. Just
Right.
I purposely contracted syphilis.
I don't know
Yes.
why that was such a big one for them. They had that on every person who was confessing.
I think they're just trying to scare people from having sex.
No.
Yeah.
I was that too. But I wondered that from the very beginning when I watched the first video, some guy saying that was like, I purposely did this, and I'm like, why? And then later on, something was said. I'll probably never find it again. But but I swear something was said. It had to do with something by spreading that. It affected the way people thought. Like it did something like showing people. Oh hell, I can't even remember. But I'm like, oh, that kind of makes sense.
Syphilis makes you a free thinker.
Yes, kind of. I wish, man. Here's the thing. I probably will never get back to this movie anytime too soon because I never have time for movies. So when we watch a movie, that's my time. But I really do want to watch this one again. There is a lot more to
I
take
think
in.
I'm gonna definitely listen to the audiobook.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think there's more to syphilis than just stopping people from
If
having
anybody has
sex.
syphilis, please leave it in the comment section below.
Yes.
I'm glad I was caught. I was mentally deranged. Now I am cured. I ask only for you to accept my love of our leader. I ask only to be shot while my mind is still clean.
But yeah, no, it was a good ending. It wasn't happy. It wasn't necessarily sad because they just went back to believing.
And you know what? Don't stop believing.
And as long as they believe, they can go on living just fine.
See,
Moderately acceptable lives.
in the book, from what I was reading right before we started recording, is it doesn't really let you know if they shot him or if he was just stuck in a fantasy at the end of the movie. So it's like open-ended.
You think him in that cafe was a fantasy?
Well,
As good as it gets.
Oh, and I guess that could be true. Yeah, and it does leave it open-ended, though, because he puts 2 + 2 equals. You never see him answering it. And then as the TV, like I say, I don't think I've ever finished that thought, but when the TV was showing him, then Big Brother, he starts tearing up. And I don't know if it's his mind battling with him and the struggle with what he's trying to feel, or if he knows he still feels one way but just can't show it anymore. He can't do anything. He's like stuck.
I think he can still, only because there was that part with her where she had said, like, don't worry, they can't get in there, like, deep enough to remove your true, I don't know, belief or essence or,
That's right. Yeah. So ultimately, right now, he's living in a world suppressing who he truly is.
yes.
Awful. No, he's not awful, but this is awful. Yeah.
I mean, I gotta say, though, I hate horror movies because I don't think they're horrifying, but this movie was quite horrifying. to
Oh
watch.
yeah. Like I couldn't even imagine living in something like this. And what's weirder is the people, like when they're showing them in the, I guess what, auditorium or the theater where they're all like getting they're like riling everybody up. Where it's like, big. You all right over there?
Yep.
Traitor!
Death!
Yeah.
Oh my God, it was nuts. And it's weird
Also,
though.
there was so many people yelling that I honestly could barely tell what they were yelling.
Oh,
Because
Yeah, I had to put subtitles on because I wanted to hear what they were saying on the big projector thing, but I couldn't because everybody's like screaming.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Yeah.
getting ready for their workday.
Oh yeah.
I was, and that part of the movie was going like, oh no, I'm really going to hate this. But like, it got considerably better as it went on.
Yes. Yeah. This whole movie, it definitely sparks some thoughts of government and how things are run. And here's the thing too, hypothetically, if that is a thing and they control everything, would you even know? Right?
How would you know?
Exactly. The decisions and things I make and do on the daily could be programmed, and I would be none the wiser.
That's the truth.
I do some pretty dumb shit.
You're programmed,
to do
yeah.
dumb shit.
I think this movie, if they could, because you couldn't do it the exact same way, could you? Could you
Exact same way. Exact same way.
Well, I guess, I mean, maybe. I'm just trying to think, like, with technology and things the way it is today, if they would have to kind of, like, revamp it and modernize it a little bit more. But I think a movie like
I
this...
think we're still, doing similar things to what this book and movie were trying to kind of point out.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, now it's like you just have your cell phone with you all the time telling you all these things about the news and all the deaths and
Good
everything
RX.
happening. Good RX.
Good RX.
But yeah, no, I think this movie would do really good today. And actually, I think it holds up. I think it holds up really well. Because here's the thing, it looks outdated, it's grimy, it just has, it doesn't matter. I feel like this is almost like a
timepiece.
Yeah, exactly. So like no matter how, far in the future you go, if you were to watch this movie again, I think it would be perfect. It would hold up like almost 100%. That being said, it is time for final thoughts.
And rations.
And rations. Russell, this is your pick, so you will not be going first.
Good.
Who went first last time? Was it? Yeah, it was you. All right, I'll go first. I'll go first. I'm going to give this movie. Okay, I know I just wrote this down like 2 seconds ago, but my score did not change. I'm giving this movie, bam, a solid 7. But here's the thing. I kind of feel a little bad giving it a 7. I think it's deserving of more. I'm just, I'm a simpleton, right? I didn't pick up everything this movie is putting down in front of me, but it is a really good movie. It's engaging. I was watching it the whole time wondering what the hell was going to happen next. And I don't know. It's a good watch. People should watch this movie. I think it definitely makes you a free thinker. Huh? Anyway, Mike.
Hello, simpleton here. I gave it a 6.5. It looks like 5.5
It
because
does.
I was too lazy to erase the 5.5 that's already on
So
here.
you just drew a line.
I just drew a line on the 5.
And that is a lazy line.
Yeah, it's not even that good here. That's it's very clearly a 6.5 now.
Or is it a 15.5?
Yeah, 15.5. All right, I give it. Fuck Big Brother. We're going with the biggest rating possible.
Wow.
I think I enjoyed the movie a lot. I thought the movie itself was actually pretty enjoyable. Also simpleton here. I didn't get much out of it in a sense. Like I didn't look that deep. I feel like if I watched it again or read the book, I'd get more out of it. But I think that's what it comes down to is I feel like the book would probably have all those extra details that would just actually bring forth his ideas more clearly. And the movie just kind of seems like it's missing out on it.
Maybe.
Yeah. Love to see.
6.5 from Mike. Read the book. Going to Russell. What do you say?
Hey,
What do you got?
I'm going to give it
Oh, God.
an 8.
Oh no, that's a messed up 8.
That is an ass.
Well, I did the best I could.
It's S tier.
It's,
Why did you give it an 8?
Well, okay. I thought the movie was really good. Thought it was thoughtful. I thought that it, was had a lot of feelings and emotions, and I think that there's a lot more to it, and I want to watch it like 100 more times and try to figure it out. But I just had a good time. I mean, it was kind of a terrible time because it's really depressing. But I had a good time having a bad time.
Fantastic feel-good movie from Russell. Good for the whole family. All right.
Yes.
All right, that's going to be it for this week's episode. Join us Monday when we get to watch the trailer of what Mike is going to present us for next week. So be sure to join us next Monday and Wednesday.
Big Brother's watching.